All right, welcome everybody to this episode of Rangers in Isolation. And as you can see laid out behind me is our gear. And today we're going to be presenting this to you and showing you what we are using to get the images that you are watching throughout this series of Rangers in Isolation. Now all the gear in front of me is owned by the Rangers and it's been acquired over their careers of guiding. For most of us, photography is a hobby and something that we're very fortunate enough to pursue quite well on reserve, such as MalaMala. We have everything that we need to capture those unique moments that you don't see every day. Some of our team here at the moment don't even have their own gear and are using the gear that others can spare at that moment. So for most of us, this is a very big learning curve on how to film. For the most of us, we are not videographers. We're mostly taking still photographs while out on safari. And we're slowly building our skill sets in the videoing department, or videography department rather. And this is the sum total, except for the camera and the gimbal that Mike is using to film this at the moment, that we are using to get that footage. So it ranged from these high-tech drones from DJI, and these are owned by Mike and Pete, and they've acquired them a long time ago, and now we're using that to get those smooth aerial footage of the scenes that we're bringing you at home. Just offers you something different, a different perspective of the reserve, and even for us it's nice to see that bird's eye view of what's happening around us. Then our video cameras or DSLR range from Canon, Nikon and Sony, and then we're using Tamron and Sigma lenses there. We have the Gopros. We've got a couple of those, getting those tight action shots. Some of those times you don't want to risk your DSLR getting chomped up by a hyena. Put one of those down and hopefully it goes unnoticed. And then we've got Gareth's Insta 360 camera, which gets us those smooth panning shots when we're in the vehicle and sort of the humor that happens amongst the Rangers while on drive filming this. And then obviously stabilization is a big issue for us. Some of this gear isn't very light if you're filming sequences that last longer than a couple of seconds. So we're mostly using our MalaMala beanbags on the vehicles to try and stabilize that footage as much as possible. And then one of the biggest comments on our videos is the audio. And I don't know if you've been observant during the last couple of minutes that I've been presenting the gear that we do have at our disposal. You may have noticed that our audio devices are very limited compared to everything else. So we've got a Rode mic and a Zoom handy recorder mic. And those are the only two devices other than the inbuilt mics on the cameras and GoPros that we're using to record sound. And that is probably one of our biggest limitations at this stage of recording. So we apologize for some of the poor audio that is associated to the videos, but it is something that we're working on, and compared to everything else I think it is our biggest handicap, if we're being honest with you. But hopefully with time, as our footage, I'm sure you can agree, has improved over the last couple of videos, so will our audio as we get to grips with using these two devices. You can imagine that not everybody has one attached to their camera at the moment of recording footage that might be used in the video, because it's obviously sparse and not everybody can have one attached. But those are the hurdles that we're trying to jump over at the moment to bring you at home better videos from MalaMala. And I hope thus far you're enjoying the series and that you continue to support us and watch our videos moving forward. I think that's a wrap from my side today. For those of you that can't share the splendors of the MalaMala, I hope you're enjoying it back at home. Until next time, stay safe.